up in here with the coffee. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Another day in paradise, right? Another Sunday here. So, yeah, we got some shenanigans for you guys today. Yeah, we unlocked a new technology. We'll get into that in a little bit, though. We'll let the live fill up a bit. Give everybody a few minutes to grab their coffee and show up. Of course, we're going to be sporting the Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Bow, our everyday carry. Legitimately. Awesome, awesome. Also, the Leatherman Wave Plus. We've been EDC in this. I kind of grabbed the Surge last week or so, but um, yeah, back to the Wave Plus for the EDC. The what is it? The Streamlight Pro Tac. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, wow, got that backwards. Handy dandy little AAA flashlight, and then of course our big lighter in the Exotac fire sleeve. Still rocking that. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Bina, you been out in the shop at all yet, or just trying to get in the outdoors, or um yeah, we're definitely we need some warmer weather here. I've talked to a few people. This has been ridiculously cold lately. Mrs. Bushcraft is in here. Yeah, she's on her way to work. How you doing, honey? Yep. Um, yeah. So I guess yeah, trying to come up with some stuff to do for the channel, man. Knocking things out slowly but surely. We're getting there. I'm gonna start doing a lot more. As far as the video stuff goes. Um, yeah. Got it, man. It's like it's crazy. It's been like stupid cold here. Like yeah, one day last week. Yeah, they picked another person out of the mountains up in Franconia Notch, New Hampshire. Yeah, another exposure, human popsicle, ill-equipped, was ready for the warm weather, but didn't expect any more cold weather, which is just, yeah, I don't know. That's like if you're gonna go into the White Mountains in New Hampshire, like always be ready for stupid cold, man. You can get like snowstorms up in the White Mountains, like June, July, like through the summer, anytime. It can go bright and sunny, 82 degrees, and next thing you know, it's 25 degrees. Especially if you're above the tree line, you get the wind chill going. And there's not a lot of firewood. It's all just a lot of shrub and everything. So yeah, pack some Mylar blankets, some hand warmers, some things like that. That's what I like about the Snug Pack SF Bivy. It's compact enough you can throw it even in there, even for a day hike. It doesn't take up. It's like smaller than a 1 liter bottle. Doesn't weigh much either. And if that kind of stuff is too heavy for you, you might want to take up something like gaming or checkers or things like that. Yeah, on average, you lose about 2.5 degrees per 1,000 feet ASL. So yeah, every 1,000 feet you go above sea level, you lose about 2.5 degrees on average. There can be shifts. It can be less or more. It's kind of weird. Like if you've ever been swimming in a lake and went through one of those cold springs, or vice versa. Like you're swimming in cold water, then all of a sudden it's a little warmer. If you're by yourself, it wasn't anybody else warming up the water for you. But it definitely can happen. Oh no, honey, I'm not. I don't. I have to finish learning how to use that. We're gonna bust that out in a few minutes here. I figured I'd give the live a few minutes to get going. But yeah, we'll be busting that out, guys. We're making massive advancements here. We're becoming one with the technologies. Well, not really. I have the technologies. Whether or not I can harness its powers is yet to be yet to be shown. But we're going to work on it. We're getting the tools that we need to move this channel forward. So, and Mrs. Bushcraft has been a huge help. She surprised me the other day. So, I was going to say it's. Of course, I sound good. I sound amazing, don't I? How you doing? How you doing, honey? Yeah, B&A kind of like in the same way, you would get a hammer. You know what I mean? It's one of those. It's a tool for the trade kind of thing. It's not really a new toy, but in a way it is, I guess. I don't know. Um, but you guys almost got a boxing video, but I didn't make it an unboxing video. Yeah, almost. It was really close, and then I was alone for a little bit too long, and I was like, yeah, okay, I gotta check just to make sure. Noggin knocker. What's the question? Are you asking me a question, or do I get to ask you a question? It's a question mark. I don't. What's that supposed to mean? You're just a question mark. You're making up for all the people that don't use punctuation. Like sometimes it's like, a period or a question mark changes it from a statement to a question. Um, but we got the question mark. What's the question? Yeah, he was a little. Yeah, you guys, hey, all the regulars know I don't have that kind of willpower. Like the odds of there actually being a legit unboxing video on this channel are in the slim to none category. Um, yeah, it's highly unlikely that's going to happen. Like they set me up for failure though. Like sometimes, like the UPS guy or the FedEx guy or the postal person, they'll show up. They're holding the box, so it's like, hey, just hold that box for a second. Here, might as well roll with it, right? Um, yeah, just getting caught up on nothing hurts your shoulder like a good night's sleep. Um, yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, you wake up the next morning, you got a good night's sleep, but yeah, sometimes it's a little too good. Side sleeping is killing my shoulder. I keep Miss Bushcraft. I think that's her problem too. She'll do this side sleeping and then she gets all crooked because, oh, that cat's in there making everything miserable. But I try to tell her it's like, yeah, it's bad for you. Just like the mattresses that are too soft and people are like, my back hurts. It's because your mattress is too soft. So they're like, no, no, it must be softer, and they go out and buy an even softer mattress. And at first, I think they have like the psyop going on, the placebo effect. Like I purchase a new mattress, it's going to be more comfortable, and for like 30 days it is until it's like even worse. It just compiles up. So yeah, I was waiting, hoping Nick Martino would show up. Hopefully he's probably busy doing something, but yeah, just checking the comments here real quick, guys. Yeah, so yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft definitely hooked us up. It was awesome. Yeah, she completely surprised me. What could possibly go wrong, right? Yeah, so we finally have microphones, guys. Like we have the technology. Now we just have to become one with the technology. A whole bunch of micro print that you can't read on the back. Um, this is the box, but of course it's empty. Mo Patty, how you doing, Trish? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I've been over your way in a little bit. Matt's Lock Shop. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Awesome, awesome. Everybody's in here. Well, almost everybody. We're getting there. Um, yeah, we're gonna become one with the technologies. We're gonna be the next. We're gonna be Mister No, I don't want to be Mister Beast because that guy's kind of an asshat, isn't he? Depends on. There I go on YouTube again. But yeah, so we got this. Not nothing left in the box though. Of course, like stuff came overly. It was like well packaged. Like didn't need to be so packaged. They give you a sticker, man, and a fire starter. At least for the men, it's a fire starter. For everybody else, it would be instructions and stuff. But we're gonna burn those and wing it, right? Um, and then it all comes in a happy little bag. It's not. It's kind of like a little woman's handbag type thing. I don't know what to think of it. but it organizes your stuff. These things are actually way cooler than what I thought they were going to be. Yeah, of course you get your cables and stuff. We haven't bothered with that. We still got to go through the fully charge it thing, but it has a cable in there to hook up to your if you're using like an SLDR, SDLR. Yeah, one of those cameras. It's also got the USB cable in there for charging and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna hang on to that. This is the little the wind things, wind diffusers. I don't know exactly what they call them, but yeah, they reduce that noise. I don't know, man. We've always that's why skydiving videos used to come with songs and stuff because yeah, like you don't shut the microphone off, so the whole time in free fall it's just like static noise, like the whole video, and then yeah they throw some music over. It quiets down once the parachute opens up, but yeah, when the microphone catches the wind just right off the camera, you get that sound. So I've listened to the extreme end of it most of my life through skydiving videos. So that like background wind noise, it doesn't bother me. I guess a lot of people are like, that's unacceptable. Um, Speaking of technology, Trish had a great tech experience. Oh, what happened? What happened to Trish yesterday? Um, yeah, last week, man, I just gave not like nothing wanted to upload. Like I had to set up the live like 3 times, and then I tried going live like more than a few times, and it just kept doing it. It would do the countdown like 3, 2, 1, and then unable to connect. I'm like, come on, really get with the program. And I'm just like, you know what? I've pulled out enough hair in life. I'm just gonna whatever. Um, but Gonzo EDC, what's happening? Gonzo Wick. Dana. Dana's in here. Thought I was Don Ray. I don't know why. Yeah. So Trish, what happened? Spill the beans. We're all listening. Um. Yeah. I guess it's a cute little bag. It's got some little pockets on the inside. It's actually the sewing's not half bad. I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah, this has got to be made in China. Made in China. But they've been sewing so much stuff for so long, they got to be getting it right by now, right? This is 100% Chinesium nylon with 100% Chinesium thread. Um, yeah, buddy. Doesn't appear to be made too bad. I don't know why I always got to do this, man. If you want to know how it's made, turn it inside out. Um, yeah, buddy. But yeah, seems to be pretty good. I'm sure it'll hold up for a while, like most of this stuff. 2 years. It depends on what the warranty is. I'll check the warranty. That's how long it'll last. But yeah, nice. It's got a little, not really padding, but it's a softer bag. Um, but this is the cool part. Have you tested? No, man, I haven't tested it out. I just took it out of the box. I haven't done. I just looked at it and it's like, oh, it's so shiny and pretty. Yeah, I haven't. This is a what do they call it? An initial impression, an initial reaction. Yeah, man, I don't even know if it's gonna hook up to my phone proper. I mean, it probably does. It's gonna be one of those user errors type things. Um, all right, Mrs. B's heading into work. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later for sure. I guess we still got to figure out what's for dinner. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I was trying to have guests and using OBS Video Ninja. Needless to say, it never happened. Burning Stables Forge ended up doing on their channel with StreamYard. Yeah, that's something I've been looking into. That's another subscription though. Like you don't buy software to make things work. Like you pay monthly for it now. Like a lot of stuff I've looked into is used to buy like a Photoshop type program for I don't know, $200 or $100 or whatever, and that's or an editing program. Now everything's like oh it's $10 a month for this version and $19 a month for this version and $30 a month for this version and that's just for your editing. And then if you're going to get into StreamYard, or I think StreamYard's like $50 a month when I looked into it. um, Basically, a bunch of women catch a bunch of yeah, P&A. That's a I'm sure that's been going on since caveman or something, you know. Um, CBS is not a monthly. Oh, it's free. But yeah, I don't know all the programs and stuff. I know StreamYard's like $50 a month, and then they have like the better version or something. Oh, Dave James, this is I suppose you could I don't know. No, it's a microphone. So this is the coolest thing, right? All right, so you push this down here, and then as soon as you open it, it like blinks and says hello. At first, I thought like demons were getting out, so I closed it right away. Um, like some little Ghostbusters contraption. But man, these things are next level cool. And when the case is charged, it's got like two microphones and the whole 9 yards. Like it's got all the bling bling blinkety lights. You know, it's got to do something cool. It's got a knob here with numbers. There we go. We probably shouldn't have turned that, right? We'll put that back. But yeah, it does all the cool stuff. And like I was saying, yeah, when everything's completely charged, it'll run with the charge of the microphones and everything. It'll run for 48 hours. So that's why this is cool for this, because if I'm gonna go out camping or bike tripping for a few days or something, then I figured this would get me through a week without having to recharge it. 48 hours of use. Yeah, it's all growing pains. Loyal Sims we are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, P&A. Probably the most difficult thing in the world to do, right? Simping ain't easy. Um, and yeah, but they're not like crazy expensive. They're like $80 or so for the whole kit. Like with the two microphones, all the stuff. This is the receiver right here, so it'll go onto an I think you gotta, of course you gotta buy that iPhone thing separate, but it comes with a USB adapter. That'll go on here. This also plugs into your DSLR camera as well. So yeah, it's got everything you need right in there, which is the awesome part. So I'm stoked. I'm gonna give this a try this week. Well, I gotta read this stuff on maybe how to put this shit back in here. And oh, maybe it goes this way. Yeah, that's it. There we go, Ricky Bobby. You can do it. But yeah, so a long time awaited item that we kind of need, because um, prior to, when I went out in the woods trying to do a video, if I was too far away, I was like yelling at the camera at the phone from like, stupid way, and it was still, the audio was coming out like trash. So it's fine if you're like talking right into it like a microphone, like you're talking on the phone or something. But yeah, microphones was remote lapel mics or something they're calling these things. Um, some cool gear there, Tom. Yeah, it's not my preferred type of gear. Trust me, I would have man, another silky saw or something, another knife. Like that's more on my level. This is all these technologies. There's every one of these has to come with buttons on it, so that you got to figure that crap out. Uh, Fortunately, there's a thing called YouTube that has a ton of information and stuff. So it's not as complex as it looks. It's pretty straightforward. I'm sure we'll get it up and running. Um, DJI made in China. Yeah, 100% Chinesium. Yeah, man. We popped the tag out. Like, yeah, I think what electronics are not made in China or someplace. I don't think the United States makes anything. Um, yeah, even a lot of U.S. companies, it's rebranded. Gons, it's an LP mic. Um, so you can put it on your shirt, or yeah, a lot of people clip it on their hat and stuff. So I'm sure I'll figure out which way works, which way doesn't, which way. Yeah, so it's got the little wind block and everything. I've already watched a couple of videos on it. It's pretty cool stuff. Maybe I should rewatch those videos. Come on, Ricky Bobby, you can do it. I might have to take a participation trophy on this one, guys. Oh no, there we go. We got it. Yeah. So there, that's a yeah. It'll reduce the wind that goes into the microphone. And it does have the little magnet thing, so you can just yeah, you can put it on your shirt, put the magnet on there. It's got a clip on it as well, so you can clip it to your hat or your collar. Some stuff like that. Be Shady, good morning. What's happening? How you doing? Yeah, I've looked. I can't find any stuff that's made in the USA along this lines, like cameras and microphones and stuff like that. And even if they're U.S. companies and they're doing something else, what it does show is you care enough about the quality. Yeah, that's been holding me back quite a bit, Nick. Because like I was saying earlier, I've gone out a few times and tried to make videos, and just the audio is just absolute trash. And the overall synopsis on YouTube is you can have some grainy or some shaky footage and stuff. People will put up with it, but if they can't hear what you're saying, then they can't follow it. So that was kind of one of the issues I was having. So I was either like right up in the camera thing, just looking like an asshat, just some giant flapping head on the video, or I was so far away or something, or a little ways away, and the audio just goes downhill real quick. So but yeah, the way I've got this is like first person POV, like the tripod's right, like the phone's like 4 inches away. The microphone and stuff. It's almost like, if you're holding your phone in front of your face talking to it. Um, yeah, that's what I've tried to figure out, Nick, is, yeah, are there actually any US made like electronics? Or like even some of the flashlight companies, I guess all the parts are imported and then it's assembled in the USA. So yeah, getting the kids in the woods for a hike in a little while. Nice, nice B&A. Anything just little nature hike, day hike kind of thing? Anything fancy mountains or lake or whatever? But yeah, yeah, how's everybody doing? Nick, how was your week, my man? Yeah, I couldn't get YouTube running for like it just wasn't happening last week. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's maximum effort has been put forth, and yeah, we'll just take a participation trophy on this one. So, and apparently, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true. Yeah, you don't even have to take your little wind guards off, and you can still, you can pack it away, my man. That is some pretty cool stuff. I'm digging it. Yeah, originally I was looking into one of the other ones, but it was way more expensive. And the battery time, because it has like more features, the battery doesn't last nearly as long. And yeah, this little thing fully charged, both microphones, you get 48 hours of talk time. So that'll be great if I can get out there for a week or something. Oh, just the nature center down the road. Yeah, that's cool. It's still outside though, B&A. That's the part that matters. My kids would rather live in the city. That's how it always works, man. Kids that grow up in the country want to live in the city, and kids that live in the city want to grow up in the country. And by the time they become adults, yeah, who knows what happens? Yeah, they'll feel differently when they get older. Yeah, yeah. I think everything changes when you get older. Even when we're older, there's that thing like everything changes every 7 years or so. So well, yeah, it comes with four of these. So you get like two of each color, two gray ones and two black ones. I'm gonna do a gray one and a black one. That way that'll be like the distinguishing difference between like A and B. We're doing smart stuff here today, guys. We're still in the game though. Still in the game, man. I'm kind of like I gotta get back to. I don't think I can do quite what I did in February. I don't think that's really sustainable. like doing like 2 lives a day and 3, 4 shorts on top of it, and then I want to do long form stuff. It's kind of, I don't know. I'll find my groove eventually. I'm just gonna keep posting stuff. Whatever comes up. Some of it's a bit of learning for me, trying something new with editing, or yeah, we'll be doing some stuff with these this week. I'm stoked about this. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, like she totally surprised me. It's something I've been looking into for a while, and I was talking to Boondock, New Hampshire about it because I've been looking at like the standard ones, and those things were like $260 or $240 for the full size ones. But Boondock, New Hampshire uses these, and I was talking to them about it and did a little research. I like the battery time and everything that comes with it. So this, even though it's not nearly as expensive as the full size set, I think it'll fit the bill a lot better. The range on this is out to 400 meters. So yeah, roughly 1,600 feet. I don't see myself being quite that far away from it, but that's pretty substantial. Now, does that have a bell or sensor for in case you leave one behind? Like a yeah, I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think yeah, I don't think there's yeah, kind of like the iPhones do that, don't they? Yeah, it's got some bunch more of that micro print here. Blah diddy blah blah blah. Here's a fire starter. Um, but yeah, one of the next things I want to get is a gimbal. Yeah, DJI has a decent deal on a gimbal too. Was it the Osmo 8 or something? Is what it's called. That'll give some nice steady shots. None of that shaky, crazy camera stuff. Um, look like dude, camera shaking so much, man. Dude's tweaking on monsters. We know he is. Look at the camera shake. I do like gunmetal color on the case. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely good. So, yeah, not exactly stuff in the bushcraft category, but yeah, stuff we needed for the channel category. Um, so yeah, we're another step closer towards getting where we want to get. Still got a long ways to go, you know. Still waiting on my $7,000 check. So I'm going to change my policy on that. I no longer support them. I didn't receive my 30 pieces of silver. As far as what you, yeah. Oh yeah, dude, I went down that rabbit hole all night. I was looking at like yeah, they've got drones now that are just like you don't even have a controller for it. You give it hand signals. When you want it to land, you put your hand out and the thing comes over and lands in your hand. It'll follow you around. It's like following this dude on a dirt bike. It weighs under 250 grams. Yeah, it's another DJI thing. I used to have a DJI drone, a DJI drone. I had I think it was the Mavic 3 Pro. And that's like it was one of those oh man, one of those dumb moves where I bought it before I knew what was going on with everything. And then when I found out I had to go and pay like $190 to get a Part 107, I'm like, come on, really? Like the FAA just wants more money out of me. And the FAA exam center, the closest one from me is like 3.5 hours, like down in Western Mass. So I'm like, oh man, I'm not in the mood to deal with the FAA. Like I've been dealing with the FAA. Well, not in the past few years, and I've enjoyed it. But I've been dealing with the FAA since high school. Since yeah, I was in the Civil Air Patrol learning FARs and everything associated with aviation, and then the parachute rigging rating is through the FAA. So yeah, I've been to the exam center more times than I care to count, and yeah, it's nice not to deal with the FAA, and I guess I got to look into it some more, but I think they might have changed stuff. They might have adopted that if it's under 250 grams, it's a game changer. So yeah, don't even want to say the name, but it's a reputable place for woodworking tools. Didn't realize it was in back order. Yeah. Bought an axe. Oh, which oh, is that from the Council Tools or something? B&A. Yeah, wood's not gonna split itself. Well, maybe it'll yeah, Council Tool. Yeah, I hope. Man, I don't know. I'm nervous though. Everything's been going on because first there was a stuff with Survive Knives, right? That guy, and then it was Carnivore Knives, and then there was a third one that I can't remember something. I'm not even gonna say it because if I'm a little off and it's somebody else, and I wouldn't want to make that mistake. There was a third one that did that same thing where like they took a bunch of money for pre-orders and stuff, and then they just didn't deliver. And then there's the Bark River fiasco, like selling Chinesium for top dollar. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I don't know what's up with these companies. Well, it's the economy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to speculate on that stuff. But yeah. So weather providing, which it's looking like it might be a little bit decent enough. I'm gonna get out, try to do a couple of videos this week. Or at least something really simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? Um, yeah, or actually, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, here's the forecast. Yeah, today's going up to 64. Only 37 at night. So we're gonna have like Monday's supposed to be sunny. 70 degrees and 37. Tuesday morning's supposed to be sunny, and then it's supposed to start raining Tuesday afternoon all the way through next Sunday. So yeah, we're looking at like or no, it looks like Wednesday through Saturday. Yeah, that we got like total crap weather here. Like for the whole next week. Like yeah, nothing but rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Um yeah, buddy. Yeah, the weather around here is unstable. Like yeah, we haven't been paying enough taxes for harp. Yeah, I have to cut the grass today. This will be my third cut of the season. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, at least you're lucky, Trish. We're still waiting for the green stuff to come in around here. It's kind of like it seems stunted. It's the end of April. We don't have like weather. Like it's yeah, whatever. Labs channel member, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Um, yeah, summertime we wish for winter. Wintertime we isn't that the truth? Yeah, Nick, you're spot on. Yeah, all winter it's like I can't wait for summer, and then yeah, first time it goes above 90, and the humidity matches that. It's like okay, I'm ready for winter. Or when you've got squadrons of mosquitoes dive bombing you, you're like okay, winter's not so bad. Like I'll take shoveling over being eaten alive by mosquitoes. I never wish for summer. Yeah, I mean it definitely has its pros and its cons. Like yeah, the ticks are already out here too. I guess the ticks have been out here in mass. Like there's already people getting ticks on them, and it's great. Yeah, we don't even have the foliage in yet, so they're just hanging on to sticks and twigs or whatever. Not the actual foliage, but yeah. Anybody ever get like tick bombed? Where like there must have been like a recent hatch. They're like super tiny ticks, and yeah, man, I've had it where like there were like 50 or 60 of them on one pant leg. That was when I was out in Long Island. That's like Long Island is the worst I've ever seen ticks, but they've definitely gotten bad throughout the like all the Northeast. Like I think actually down through like the Virginias for sure, Delmarva. It starts to mellow out like down in Georgia and Florida. Like there's a lot less ticks in Georgia, Florida. It's a damn ticks that get me this state. Yeah. Yeah, lint roller. Yeah, or so I know some people will even like you'll put a wrap of reverse duct tape or two at the bottom of your pant legs, almost like a boot gaiter. But you use duct tape and you use the reverse side so the ticks stick to it. Um, yes, dirt biking and I sprayed them with brake cleaner. Ticks, mosquitoes, all annoying insects. But yeah, but then down south you've got more stuff that can wreck your day. Got to be honest about that. Like, yeah, there's no swamp puppies up here in New Hampshire. So yeah, the wrong step fishing down south, like Georgia, Florida, and there's a gator taking your leg off. Um, the punkies are bad right now. Yeah, yeah, ticks, mosquitoes. Yeah, I don't think Thermacell works on like the best thing for ticks is that permethrin. Yeah, like get the heavy duty stuff that you got to dilute, and then yeah, put it in like one of those misters. Like you pump it up compression thing. Yeah, like something you would I don't like maybe spray varnish or something with. I don't know, or like bug spray. And then yeah, you just treat your clothes with it, treat your gear, your tent and stuff like that. Keep them out of your tent. Yeah, we have humidity that you can cut with a knife here. Oh yeah, some of the worst humidity I've ever swam through was the Gulf side of Texas, like Rocher in Texas. Man, I was not digging that area at all. Like I had fun there. Don't get me wrong. Great drop zone, like modern facilities. Not too far from stuff like Rocher in Texas is right between like Houston and Galveston, and like literally almost smack dab in the middle. So you don't get too much of the Houston stuff. It's like you don't see any of that. Galveston was a cool, like Civil War place to visit. A lot of history there, and they have those duck boat rides. Those are always fun. Like the amphibious, it's like an amphibious bus. Yeah, it's a good time. But yeah, stupid ass stink bugs are all. Yeah, what do you get from the stink bugs, man? I've seen something like they're passing around some stink bug cooties, man. Everything's got the cooties nowadays. Like, it's like, like it won't be long. Like you're gonna get a mosquito bite and end up with herpes or something. Um, yeah, apparently some of those ticks give you. Yeah. Oh, what's that called? It's called like beta gal. Yeah, it makes like certain proteins react a messed up way in your body. And like coincidence, okay, like the whole tick thing is all that's all like government stuff gone bad. I guess we might as well go down these well they're not conspiracies, they've been proven true. Like Lyme disease is like the same as the Chinese AIDS there, that escaped out of Wuhan. Yeah, that's pretty much what Lyme disease is. Lyme disease escaped off of Plum Island, off of Long Island, and the first recorded cases of it were in Lyme, Connecticut. That's how it got named. But it was like some secret squirrel stuff. So it took them years to figure out what it is. There was like 8 people that originally had it at like ground zero for Lyme disease. It was like five children and 3 adults. And they were trying to figure out how they could spread it, the best way to spread the ticks and everything. So they were given like some bioluminescent stuff, like they were force fed this bioluminescent stuff so they could keep track of where the ticks came from. And then they were put on like migratory birds that would travel from the northeast down south, and that's how it spread throughout the entire eastern seaboard. It's yeah, there's a channel, Dark History. Anybody watch that channel, Dark History? He's got a lot of interesting stuff, some good facts. There's a few other channels like that. Um, yeah, our stink bugs smell like coriander. Dean P, what's happening, man? I almost missed you. Yeah. No, it's not Lime Island. It's Lime, Connecticut. It was Plum Island off of Long Island, and then it transferred over to Lime, Connecticut, and that's where it's got its name from. Yeah, it was like 8 people. Um, Crazy part is people bug me more than bugs. I know, man. And Gonzo, man, I'm totally with you. There's a massive amount of New Hampshire trails I'll never go to again. Like if you've been to the shopping mall in the last 5 years, you have more open space in a shopping mall than you do some of the trails here in New Hampshire. Like if you want to go hike Mount Washington, you go up to Pinkham Notch on a weekend. Like yeah, show up at 6:30 in the morning, and you're parking like 2 miles down the road. You've got a 2 mile hike just to get to the Pinkham Notch Center. Um, yeah, count the plates, man. Every 99 out of 100 of them is Massachusetts because they ruin their state and then they come up here so they can ruin ours. It's yeah. But Nick, I got five brothers and sisters in the woods every day and never knew what one was. Yeah, and that's where they started coming from. Like yeah, cause man, I used to go out in the woods like same thing back in the day, almost every day. Never saw a tick, going out deer hunting. You think you'd see a deer tick or two, but yeah, never had one on me. And it was never an issue until yeah, I started working out on Long Island, and yeah, man, there's ticks. I actually got the Lyme disease, and then you have to go through back then it was like 60 days of treatment. But man, oh wow, if you don't nip it in the bud, it'll be with you for the rest of your life. You can cure it if you catch it up front. If it goes too long, it gets like embedded in your body, and it just like keeps recurring over and over again. But yeah, it was miserable. I was exhausted, no energy, everything hurt. Like I was at that point, I was already kind of a broken skydiver anyhow. So it was like putting pain on top of my pain, and then like sucking all the energy out of your body. And then yeah, still trying to work all day. So my girlfriend got Lyme a few years ago. Yeah, it's when you first get it, it looks like a little bullseye about the size of a quarter, and it almost have like a red pimple in the middle, like where you got bit, where the infection is. You'll have like that white blood cell buildup or whatever, and then it's got a ring around it. It looks like a little bullseye about the size of a quarter. Some of them can get a lot bigger, but they're usually about the size of a quarter. And I got bit like right on my wrist, like right where the wrist bone is. And yeah, it was one of the locals that kind of noticed it. I was at this local bar in East Marches, Long Island, and somebody and the thing is, I didn't know I got bit by a tick because I was mountain biking, and I must have like brushed it off somehow without even noticing it. Um, Jaundice is turning yellow. Yeah, other big bites would give her weird rashes. Yeah, I think yeah, I think it like lowers your immune system is fighting so hard to fight the Lyme disease that like your immune system kind of gets overwhelmed. So like other stuff just bother you even more so. I don't know. I think maybe some animals. I don't know. That's a good question, Nick. I think dogs can. I could be wrong. Yeah, so that's kind of made the woods unsafe. But yeah, yeah, back to the flooded trails. Like yeah, man, it's more like walking through a well landscaped shopping mall or something that's absolutely packed. Some of the so and like all Massachusetts plates. So I like it's been like that for a lot of years. So anytime I've ever tried to go someplace, I want to get in some hiking. I try to go to the least known place. I kind of I want to go out there to kind of be away from people, not to say hello to 3,000 people on the way up and 3,000 people going up on my way down. Like it's crazy. Yeah, we've been proactive with the ticks for a while. Find somebody on the kids every spring. Yeah, yeah, you definitely gotta. Man, I wonder, but I don't know how healthy that permethrin stuff is. I'm not sure if you should be putting that on kids' clothes. I don't know. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, aren't you? Yeah, you could try something like that, but yeah, I think it wouldn't be as bad as catching Lyme disease. It's really prevalent, like especially New York, um, well, it makes sense. It was all founded out that way, but yeah, Southern Connecticut, like all through the Northeast now. Yeah, down even through the Carolinas and stuff. It's terrible and unfortunately has a mental factor. It is. It's kind of like a psyop. I wonder if part of their plan was to like keep people from doing like um like just keep people from passing. Like if people can still like confidently go camping, they're going to continue doing it. But there's always the fear factor, you know. If you put in like, well, I could go camping this weekend, get bit by a tick, and that could screw up the rest of my life. Yeah, maybe just another psyop control thing. Yeah, my buddy used to get ticks from walking through Scotch Broom here in Oregon all the time while we were hunting. Yeah. How long ago was that, B Shady? Yeah, hiking in the Adirondacks is pretty peaceful. Usually not big crowds, and if there is, I just drive to a less popular peak. Yeah. Well, that the thing is in New Hampshire. Um, yeah, all the popular stuff. Yeah, you got to go to something unpopular or like I don't know. Like everybody's all about the Mount Washington thing. I don't really dig it. You get to the top. It's like a mountain. You get to the top, and you can order yourself a mocha latte or something. There's a gift shop up there where you can say, "I just climbed Mount Washington." There's a parking area. There's a road that goes all the way to the top, bringing people that don't want to hike up the mountain. There's also a railroad that brings people all the way to the top that didn't want to hike up on the mountain. So there's like always tons of people. It's a crowd. It really is. It's kind of like obnoxious. But if you go one mountain over to Mount Adams, right? Mount Adams has got one of the best hiking trails I've ever hiked. I trail ran it a whole bunch of times. It's the airline trail. It's 4.6 miles a trail. But it's 4,500 vertical feet of gain. It's considered to be one of the most difficult hiking trails in the Northeast. I mean, there's parts where you're not really hiking anymore. You're kind of like it's like low angle climbing. It's real steep, man. I would trail run it. It was a good time. Not good for the knees, but and when you get to the top of Mount Adams, there's not a lot of people there. There's some standard hikers. You can see right across. There's a little ravine you can see right across to Mount Washington. Hey man, maybe I'll go up there and actually get some video. That would be cool. I used to like to go up there. I had a pocket parafoil kite I built in the rigging loft. I used to fly up there. Um, but yeah, it's a good time. Had to do enemas every day for 10 years after contracting Lyme in the north in northwest Wisconsin 25 years ago. Um, yeah, that sucks, dude. Um, the Olympics is gorgeous. Um, yeah, wow, wow, okay, yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. But I guess it had. Anything's possible, right? Yeah, how's everybody's coffee? We're drinking the coffee. Of course, we got the Phobos coffee mug going because I like Phobos because Phobos is built with tender loving care and zero Chinesium. Um, I know, but you got the DJI stuff. I know, isn't it fun? It's such a fun game to play, though. Um, yeah. So what's next on the list? Yeah, I talked about the gimbal thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna like I've got a couple locations figured out now. I'm just kind of waiting for it to dry up a little bit and some slightly better weather, some warmer weather. This just sucks for me. Um, and yeah, I'll just start doing whatever comes to mind. Right? I'll just whatever's fun. I got to keep this fun. Yeah, Celsius for me this morning. Done with coffee on it. Yeah, I'm still on the coffee. Yeah, we're hitting the crack in the can next. Yeah, still on the bean water. It's soggy and cold. Time to go to the man shed. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Like I want to continue doing tabletop stuff. I love the perspective. And when you're showing somebody something, it's the screen, it's not like it's close up. You get to see it in detail and everything. I kind of dig that part about everything. Like I dig the tabletop platform, but yeah, we're gonna be expanding. Beyond that, like it's a cool winter thing. Like I want to do some lock picking in the winter. Because I don't know why I just geek out on that stuff. And we'll get into plenty more. It's a base mom. Yeah, hey guys, and we're 420 friendly here. So yeah, smoke them if you got them. I don't mind that at all. And yeah, it's a vase. That's it's a back massager, right? That yeah, hey, wakey and bakey, cheers. Yeah, hey, you can't get off without the cough, right? So for those of you that do the nicotine thing, because we're talking about nicotine smoke, because I'm here in New Hampshire. So one of the things you should always prep is like in that SHTF situation, if you're a nicotine person and you run out of nicotine, what are you going to do? You know, so you should kind of put that in your preps. And one of the things that I think is good for a prep, because you can control it a little bit more sometimes if you want to, but you don't have to, is the 510 cartridges. Like I got, look at that in OD, right? This is nicotine. I think it's like I don't know, like 33% or 36% nicotine or something like that. Yeah, it's tried lock picking once and did 1129. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm with you there, Guns. Cheers, I'm growing tobacco. Have you seen the guy that rolls? There's a guy that rolls like every type of cigar there is. I'm not even a cigar smoker, but it's like, man, that is like he does it with just the tobacco leaves, and the whole thing is just awesome. Squat shot, what's happening, Leon? Welcome to the chat, brother. How you doing? Oh yeah, I don't even know what it comes up in the algorithm. And then I'm like, yeah, I have to watch that. I don't know if it helps me or not. I don't know. It's like that. It's ASMR. It's like I don't know. When somebody's talented at doing something, you can watch it when they're doing it. Like like that person has done it. Like they're a master of their trade. That dude definitely is. It's all just by eye, a little measure here, a little cut there, and then you're like, why is he doing that? Why is he, that doesn't make any sense? And then like 3 steps later, you're like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. Um, yeah. See, that's how that's how we agree to disagree. Like, yeah, cigars are gross in my opinion, but a blunt I can do. I can't do a blunt, man. I don't know, something about tobacco and mixed in with that. I don't understand it. Like, it's like putting water in your whiskey. Like but I'm okay that you do that, Gonzo, man. I'm fully gonna support you. Enjoy your blunt, brother, man. I like pipe tobacco. Yeah, that's becoming popular again too. I know a couple people that are like legit into pipe tobacco. I'll get you one for Christmas. Yeah, for all the bongs I smoke, I need a smoke inject. Yeah, yeah, make smoking great again, right? Anybody see that? They tried shooting him again last night. Go figure, right? I don't even know. Like, yeah. Anyhow, back to Pat. How many bongs do you have? I wish that they would make that legit here in New Hampshire. It's discouraging that it's not. You got to go to you can go to Vermont, you can go to Maine, you can go to Massachusetts, but in the state where our state motto is live free or die, you can live free or die. You just can't get high. Um, I have two. I haven't owned one in years, man. Um, Can bongs be sent UPS? Yeah, yeah, bongs can be sent UPS and just put it as a tobacco product. Um, Forrester, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. It's all about the bling. One for flour, one for oil. Man, I can't say where it was I was working at, but wow, because one of the most common questions I get in skydiving is people like, how high do you jump? And I like to tell them two palm rips and a doobie. But there was one drop zone that I worked at. We closed for the day. It was like employee appreciation day. The drop zone owner had just paid off their $1.5 million twin turbine engine aircraft, and all the staff, everybody that worked for me, wanted to show his appreciation. So all the staff got to skydive for free and do stupid stuff all day long, like unlimited free jumps all day. The drop zone was closed to like standard customers and stuff, just staff only. And wow, I got like completely. I was freaking high as a kite, man. And then I started doing wingsuit jumps. I was like, wouldn't it be cool to do a wingsuit jump? And yeah, so went from ripping the bong to wingsuiting, um, which is pretty wild. Um, Raj, YouTube keeps silencing me. Oh, Forrester, yeah, I'm sorry, man. They do that. I don't know why. We're not let's just say most of the people in here, we were forced to sit in the back of the classroom. As long as we were being quiet, they didn't care. Um, but yeah, so we get censored a lot here. Man, in fact, Subi, he had the hardest time. I don't know why. He's definitely blacklisted because he'll come in and he won't put a comment through, but he'll do like a $2 super chat or something, and so we know he's here. Um, Gonzo, Dabski time. Do you have any axes, brother? I just bought some council tools and let's see. Yeah, I've got a Grand First Brooks hatchet. I don't use axes all that much, really. Um, I do have a Grand First Brooks wildlife hatchet I'm getting into. I've owned some others. I've owned like Gerbers and stuff back in the day and Fiskars. But yeah, I'm really getting into that. Um, yeah, lost. I bought it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'll get into more axes down the road. There's definitely some more Grand First Brooks stuff I want to get. I wouldn't mind checking out Council Tool as well. They're made in the USA. What's that hammer one? Hardcore hammers. They got some interesting stuff. Maybe I'll give them a try. I don't know. We'll see how far the channel goes. Um, oh, you finally got your purple silky. Aren't they awesome? Um, Seen a hatchet at Lowe's I want to get. Yeah, I haven't been to a Lowe's in years. Well, yeah, Miss Bushcraft, she doesn't ever since the coop. Mrs. Bushcraft doesn't brought me to too many stores. um, I think that just became the new habit. She's like, I could just go by myself and and just get things done. So yeah, usually I'm doing something else. Mrs. B, like she's definitely the gatherer. Oh, she loves it. I enjoy it too. Um, yeah, Condor makes great axes. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know if I'm gonna get into budget stuff. I kind of want to stick to the buy once, cry once, and I don't want to have too much gear. I don't know. Maybe if the channel does well, I'll just buy extra gear and give it away. That yeah, we'll just do a quick test on it, and then like yeah, um, we'll do something like that. Yeah, S wings are great. Well, and that's a perk. Yeah, if it's gonna be a beater or something. Yeah, if you spent, I don't know how much they're. Those are still. I don't know if they're expensive now, but weren't they like $30 or something? You could go buy like an S wing. Yeah, you could buy like an S-wing hatchet for like $30, and that's the whole thing. A lot of times when I was going to use an axe, I would just buy whatever, literally buy whatever kind of fit the bill. Um, and then when I was done with it, I would just gift it to somebody. It would be like some you know a few weeks here and there. I'd use it for a season, and it's not worth throwing on my bike and biking a heavy axe from Florida to New York. So I'd just like leave it at the bonfire at the drop zone. So if they got to split some wood or do something, here, have an axe. Um, yeah, I have a boy's axe. It's old, rehung it 2 years ago. I'm big on refurbish. Yeah, lost and happy, and that's another perk too. Yeah, refurbishing old tools. Like, yeah, if you can rejuvenate it, clean it up, I mean, I don't know, maybe the bow saw just needs a $10 blade, and it's a great bow saw again. Yeah, refurbishing stuff in life in general is something um, we got to get back to. Enough of this throwaway culture. Like, I'm just as guilty. I just got done telling you stories about it. I would buy inexpensive axes or hatchets, use it for a few weeks, and then just give. Well, I didn't throw it away. I gave it away. So I just gave it to somebody else. But I just gave my neighbors who helped me out a lot of the S-wing hammers I had. Just bought for Billy. Yeah, he was so stoked to get them. Yeah, it is. I think yeah, men are stoked to get tools and toys, which are kind of like same category. And that's like, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why Miss Bushcraft is so awesome. I had no clue I was getting this. In fact, it's something I had talked about recently, and I'm like, I've got to do that. Like, if I'm gonna um if I'm gonna start bringing this channel to the next level and start doing a lot more with it, I've gotta invest into it. There's certain things I just have to have. Like there's really no way around it. Yeah, you're not going kayaking if you don't own a kayak, and that just goes across the board with everything. And that's just so. Yeah, she just out of nowhere. I was going out there to like, hey, what's for dinner kind of thing, and she's like, oh, here you go, and yeah, she handed me the box. I'm like, no way, get out of here. That's awesome. She got me the that fancy silky collectible saw too. Because she's like, what do you need another saw for? And I'm like, well, I don't need that one. That's just it's cool. I want it. They only made like 4,000 or something. It's a cool saw. And then yeah, like a week or two later, Mrs. B's like, oh, here, got this for you. Um, yeah, they don't make stuff like they used to anymore. And 225 Grant is back. Oh, did somebody boot you, man, or something? Or lot of fake accounts out there nowadays. Um, yeah, we got it. You said you're back twice. Like, congratulations, 225 Grant. Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, you can fix them with. Yeah. I love putting an old tool back to work that's been retired and given up on. I could I could just about well I could build a fiberglass kayak. Man, back when I first started whitewater kayaking, fiberglass kayaks were, believe it or not, still a thing. And man, you go out paddling for a couple hours, you're slamming into rocks and this and that, and yeah, every time it's like worse than owning a Corvette. Yeah, just you're fixing the fenders all the time. Yeah, restored old tools are yeah. Yeah, I love putting an old tool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that is a good thing. Like recycling tools, recycling materials, if you can. Yeah, that's an awesome thing. I thoroughly enjoy it. I feel like old tool people gave up on. Yeah, the natives would set a fire in a log to make a canoe and set a hollow in the middle out. I feel like an old tool people gave up on. We haven't given up on you, Gons. We're still we still believe in you, my man. Um, Yeah, the natives would set a fire log. Yeah, didn't they? Yeah, they used to burn out most of it. I'd like to build some, like, I don't know, like some of that old style, like, man, it's not really bushcraft. It's not really primitive living. It's, I don't know what you call it. Oh, there you go. Don Ray, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Kids are still sleeping, damn slugs. Yeah. Man, I wish I could sleep as well as some of these kids do. That'd be awesome. I think since Friday, man, I've only gotten like maybe like 3.5 hours of sleep since Friday. Wow, super weird weather here right now. Oh, maybe that's some Stephen King stuff going on, Nick. The mist or something. Yeah, if you're just joining the chat, yeah, we got the DJI mini microphone set. Um, yeah, so we finally got a mic. We can get mic'd up. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's not crazy expensive either. I think they're like $80 or something. It's kind of a deal. Wow, we got sunshine. Yeah, sun shining through a bit. Yeah, I think we've got our 30 minutes of sunshine for the week going on right now. Yeah, we have been short on sunshine. Something fierce here. But yeah, what else have we got going on? So I've asked a few times in the last like week and a half or something, about like frequency of lives and stuff, and a lot of people would like mention they'd want more lives, like more frequently. So what I think I may do is I may start cutting the time back a little bit, but having lives more often. Um, I just haven't decided like what days and what times because I got to keep enough available. So if I'm gonna go do some overnighters and things like that. Oh yeah, that's thinking. Yeah, man. Yeah, New Hampshire. If you want to sell them though, you need a license, and the license is just ridiculous. The morels. Yeah, the mushrooms, right? Yeah, they aren't super plentiful here, so we probably strike out. Yeah, they're. I'm not. They're fairly common in New Hampshire, but not crazy common. Yeah, there are a lot of chemtrails in New Hampshire because there's a ton here. They have a poisonous look-alike, but they're kind of obvious. What Kim? I don't know what chemtrails are. Or you mean chemtrails? It could be a conspiracy theory. All the conspiracy theories are getting proved so often now. They got to come up with a different name for it. Like people that'll be right in the near future. Well, that's a whole sentence. That's probably a bit too much to say. Um, yeah, the lookalikes aren't hollow, I believe. Yeah, chemtrails. I don't think we have that many in New Hampshire. I think they like outlawed them or something. I'm not even kidding. I know it was like an issue here for a while. One kid is up poop and almost walked in on him. Well, at least if well, look on the bright side, B&A. If at least if you scared the shit out of him, he was already at it. So, um, chemtrails aren't real. I don't know, man. Yeah, some people like I understand the whole the condensation process and all that going through the jet engine and everything, but yeah, they do some form of chemtrails or something. I don't think all of them are. I think some of them are. It's like Agent Orange stuff. But yeah, if they're launching it from like 30,000 feet or so, it's like you're not going to notice it as it hits the ground. um, yeah, conspiracy reality preview. Not a theory anymore in full effect. Yeah. You ever trap Bobcat is going for 800 1200 a pelt? Yeah, the problem is I've done some trapping many years ago. My family used to own land up in Colebrook, New Hampshire, and we would run some trap lines up there. Yeah, not for bobcat though. We were catching beaver and mink and stuff like that. Yeah, let's speak to text was so messed up. Yeah, speak to text can get really messed up. It happens to everybody. Um, it is so. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta decipher it. Chaos theory. He uses talk to text a lot. So yeah, sometimes his just come out like he's not friends with his phone. Sometimes it just makes him look bad. But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it used to be difficult to get trapping licenses in New Hampshire, so it's probably even more difficult. Um, but yeah, that would yeah, if I could go trapping bobcat for 8 to 1200 a pop, yeah, and there's quite a bit of work. But yeah, like oh man, so many conspiracy things. Like man, finally, hey, racism isn't the issue that we thought it was here in the states. Come to find out, they've been financing that. What is it? Southern Poverty Law Legal Center or something. Yeah, they've been paying off the KKK and a whole bunch of other people just to cause trouble. So they raise money to fight racism and then they finance it. Um, yeah, who is it? Lately, yeah, Nick Fuentes and what's the other one there? Candace Owens. All of a sudden, they fled the country. So yeah, there's a whole lot to go down with that. But it's nice to know people aren't as bad as we thought they are. There's just some people that are worse than others that are willing to finance that kind of crap. And then people were all surprised that the Democrats would be financing the KKK. It's like, yeah, well, they founded it. So it makes sense that they would currently finance it just to cause trouble. Yeah, Tucker Carlson talked to somebody who does botany, and they found evidence of chemtrails all over the United States. Yeah, yeah, the ones that stay in the sky and then float across the sky, and then the weather changes, and then it's all hazy and gross, and then you get white spots all over your vehicle. Yeah, NAACP are doing it also. Yeah, but look at how many decades was it where people, oh, no, that's all conspiracy theory. Yeah, there's plenty of proof of a lot of stuff now. We gotta keep going. Yeah, I really think I want my next knife to be something from Carol Knives. The dude makes really cool stuff. I'll have to check them out, Nick. It's okay to look, right? Birds are yeah. I don't know about that one. Like it would have to be like some type of specific bird that's not real because, yeah, I've eaten my fair share of like quail and pheasant and stuff. They're birds. They were 100% real. Yeah, we shot them and ate them. So there was no mechanical parts in there. Yeah, I've heard that one. I think that's got to be people that have like some type of severe TBI or something, or like just delusional ones. Like the kind of people that think you can be a cat. Like if you want to identify as a cat, then that makes you a cat. Nick, I got a Tops Field Craft. I love it. Yeah, yeah, we're finding out that the world we thought we're living in is not the world we're actually living in. Like everything's like fake or a lie, and it's getting progressively worse with AI. Even the whole AI thing is a huge scam. That was a dream. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, the Tops Field. Yeah, the Tops Fieldcraft. Sweet. Yeah, what's everybody carrying today? Well, some people might not have picked yet. It's still kind of early. Anybody carrying any like what's your favorite knife to carry on a Sunday? What's your Sunday special? I haven't even decided what fixed blade I'm going to carry yet today. Yeah, probably I'll probably just grab the Tier One Mini. I think I'll be sporting that. Oh, right on, Nick. Yeah, definitely. It makes me want to make my own. Potomac Village, our society is not what it seems. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our society is far from what it seems. I think that's it's becoming more and more evident. I think that the mistake they made is the whole cough thing is the mistake that they made because people like me who would just normally be busy working and going about my business and buying shiny new bicycle parts and I'll get a new wingsuit, like those are the things I used to contend with. I got to order 80 pounds of rubber bands for the season to start kind of stuff. Well, I didn't have that stuff to do anymore, and then I just started like things you were curious about, like you could look into. Like I had unlimited time, and there was plenty of, along with a lot of other people. And yeah, there's a lot of talk, a lot of chatter on the internet. And then yeah, just hey, critical thinking. Gather as much information as you can. Put together your own hypothesis, and yeah, but man, things are not what they used to be, and I think that was something they weren't counting on was all the people that kind of like, well, if I've got time, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole and then that rabbit hole and then oh why'd this work out that way or been carrying the 15V Shaman a lot lately. Buck 112 auto, yeah, Gonzo, you're pretty consistent with what you carry, huh? Yeah, the shaman. I like yeah that whole lineup being a yeah. We were talking about that the other day. Yeah, the shaman, the bodacious, the native. Yeah, Golden Design Works, Sub Caliber, Wubin G5, Leatherman Micro. Right on, Thomas McDonald. Yeah, Dunny, what culture harvested meat? That's something they just changed recently too. Yeah, because everybody didn't like the lab grown thing, so now they're calling it culture harvested. Yeah, so lab grown. um, Eventually it'll be the bugs. Yeah, consistency is key. Yeah, I think that's true too, man. I think a lot of people, um, yeah, you got to like almost like develop a relationship with the kit you're using. I think that's the best way to put it. That's the way I've always felt about it. Like, yeah, like in skydiving, we used to have like an unwritten rule, and it was never change more than one thing at a time, and put some space in between it. Like once you get licensed, you start progressing. Like don't go out and don't switch from an analog to a digital altimeter at the same time as a new harness container parachute system. Just change one thing at a time and adjust to those changes before you change something else. And I've kind of it ends up being the way that I do everything else in life. Um, yeah, I'm consistently inconsistent, making me consistent. I know, right? Being in is like procrastinate now, don't put it off till later. Um, yeah, the 15 minutes. See, I don't know. I can handle a 15-minute city. Like I've done, like cycling, man. It works out better for me. I don't agree with it. I don't think anybody should be forced into a 15-minute city. Um, But there's nothing wrong with it if people want to live that way. I mean, a lot of city folk live that way. Like big city people, everything's within walking distance. A lot of people don't own cars. Like Boston's a great example. Like a huge percentage of the population doesn't own a car because you can't afford the parking down there. Forget about the car payment with everything else. It's almost as bad as New York City. Um, but so yeah, they definitely help out. Yeah, I'm in the consistently inconsistent club too. Right on, Ton. Right, I think a lot of us are, and there's probably a lot of people out there that should just be honorary members. Um, I'd like to see a little bit more put out there for like, like outdoor access. It seems like there's less and less of it. Yeah, exactly. Know your gear in and out. Like that's what I say. Like, um, yeah, yeah. The more often you use something, the more it becomes like an extension of you rather than just another tool. Like that's the pew pew people. Like I've got 873 sidearms. It's like, well, how often do you shoot those? Like, which one are you actually good at shooting? And if you picked one and just, instead of wasting all that money on having all those, and you put it into ammo and range time, you would be you'd be a little John Wickish with that thing. Same thing with the slingshot people. There's I understand there's collectors and stuff like that, but you've got 200 frames. If you just stuck with one frame style, it's kind of like archery too. A lot of the same rules apply. So the more often you use the same thing, the more you're going to know it inside and out. The more consistent you're going to be. I see that in a lot of stuff. Same thing with knives. I'd rather be using the same knives consistently over and over again, and it becomes more like an extension of yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna carry the Kershaw, Skirby, and Gerber truss and the Leatherman folding trauma shears. Dude, I love those Leatherman folding trauma shears. The Raptors, man, I love those things. I don't use them as often as I'd like to, but man, it's a great tool to have around. Yeah, it's multi-purpose. So I love things that are definitely multi-purpose. Even in my knives, I know my Red Rider like the back of my hand. Yes, yeah, like the behind the back shots and stuff, right, Pat? Like, oh, who's that famous shooter there? Oh, what's her name? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, don't you hate it when you're in the middle of a sentence and then your brain farts? And then your brain's like dealing with that stench and can't think of anything else. That's the problem with brain farts. I want to say it was like, man, well, wasn't it some Annie or something like that? But yeah, and you can put that all the way across the board, like yeah, axes and knives and slingshots and pew pews and driving a vehicle, like if you're used to driving a Chevette all the time and you get in a Corvette, it's a game changer. So yeah, but I don't know. The more you drive it, the more you know it. But yeah, so anybody got anything exciting planned for this week? Um, I don't think I'm probably gonna do. I don't know. I gotta check with Mrs. Bushcraft. I'm trying to like do my morning lives and everything around her schedule, but her schedule just changed up again. Like normally she goes to work like real early in the morning, and then she gets out early. So like she'll get up at 3, and then she'll leave at 4 or so. It's like 3, 3:30, 4, 4:30, and that's why I usually start the morning lives at like 4:30. But man, like her schedule changed, so now she doesn't get up till some mornings. It's been like 4:30 or 5:30. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Stacking paper. Yeah, man. Always you got to be stacking paper. I do, man. I gotta. Um, Exciting if I can get to the post office. I have a new rock cutting blade. Oh, that's awesome, Don Ray. Um, What kind of rocks are you cutting? Like, is it like mason stuff or is it hobby stuff? Like that's I know some people like they'll cut those geodes and stuff. Is that what Pat? Here we go. This we're gonna Pat. What the you like? It's a hollow rock, but it's got all the crystals inside. Those are geodes or something, right? I'm not a geologist guy. Yeah, got some meaty six finger bits going. Oh, yeah, that's man, I called around like every place looking for some side work and stuff. It's getting tough, man. Like even man, like land people are cutting back on landscaping. They're like, I'm not gonna pay $50 or $60 to have my lawn mowed when I can pay $6 in gas and do it myself. Um oh, you wore the first blade out? That's a video I'm trying to make bird bass with angle grinder. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Don Ray. Yeah, YouTube has not been giving me a lot of notifications. They've been random here and there in between, and um, hell, they haven't even been putting out my videos and stuff again. So yeah, probably too many fart nugget comments or something like that. I don't know. I probably said something bad. I know I did. Like I take full accountability for it. I know that my First Amendment doesn't exist here. My First Amendment rights don't exist. I'm completely controlled by the terms of service, but yeah, sometimes, man, you just you got to call it how you see it. Yeah, I need to hire a few neck downs to build this bagel shop I have a bid on. Yeah, too bad you're so far away there, B&A. I'm too random. My outgoes will be weird, but I have 1K, which is oh, that's awesome, Don Ray. You hit 1K. Congratulations. Yeah, like not 90% of people on YouTube now will never hit 1,000 subscribers. So that's hey, that's top 10%. Can't go wrong with that. Um, yeah, that's worthy of a trophy. Not even a participation trophy. That's legit. It is, and it's so much more work than what a lot of people realize. Like behind the scenes and everything, trying to do stuff. Um, yeah, it's just it can be a head wrecker sometimes. the past couple weeks, I've been like, oh, what do I do? Like I gotta like how do I approach this? Because man, I've been at it for a while, but it's piecing everything together. Like I can't I don't know. Maybe I could try to take out like a $30,000 business loan and go in debt, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna pass on that. Don Ray, a cheap tile saw will cut better and keep the dust down. Be careful with the grinder. Yeah, I never meant for strangers to fall. Well, when you put it that way, Don Ray, yeah, it is. It's a little bit weird when strangers are following you. Yeah. But before I understood what social media and everything was, um, oh, quite a few years ago now, like I didn't know what was going on with all the YouTube stuff and everything. I knew to just steer clear of everything. And when I was bike touring, I would meet people and they'd be like, "Hey, do you have a vlog or a blog?" And I didn't know what it was. And I'd just be like, "No, no, have a nice day," and I'd kind of like scoot out of there, like. They're like, well, if you've got a website, I'll follow you or something. I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna follow me? Like, you don't even know me. And then, but finally, I went to my one of the guys I worked with. His name was Nick. He's from Canada, and I said, hey Nick, what's the deal with this vlog stuff or blog stuff? What the hell is it? And he kind of looked at me. He's like, yeah, whatever. And I said, Nick, I'm asking you because I know you're going to give me a straight answer, man. You're not going to BS me. Like, what is it? Like, is this like, because for all I know, like vlog or blog, only F, OF could be one of those scenarios. I didn't know. So he finally explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, why do people do that? And then he actually showed me YouTube, and he picked the worst videos possible. So I'm like, okay, so this social media vlog thing is just narcissistic people, like younger people acting like asshats so that people watch them. I mean, it's kind of like it was like I don't know, man. It was like America's Funniest Home Videos, just not funny. Just with just a touch of narcissistic stupid. And that's I don't know. He could have showed me something else. Maybe it would have worked out different. But I was like, yeah, that's cool. I have no interest in that whatsoever. And I just kind of went on about life. It wasn't until like 2019 or so. Mrs. B and I were together. I kind of got into it a little bit. Yeah, I was playing a game, one of those browser games on the tablet, and yeah, they talked me into going on the social media, and yeah, I could look up like gaming tip, like there's tons of stuff, like gaming tips or something like that. Shaping the seat. Oh, yeah, raise chickens, sell the eggs, raise bees, sell the honey, use the chicken crap for a garden, then sell the produce that you don't. Oh, I wish man, I would, if I can afford to buy some acres. Yeah, dude, I'm obsessed with buying chickens. Like I went down that rabbit hole too. Like I want to own chickens. Wow, that doesn't sound like slavery, huh? No, I want to eat them. I want like chickens for eggs. I want like meat chickens because I guess there's different types of chickens. Yeah, I would love to be growing my own chickens, having some eggs, have a couple little, like houses on the property for some of the family and friends. Yeah. Oh, carving a wood chair. Yeah, that's you need a chainsaw for. Well, you don't need a chainsaw, but chainsaw is fun for that. It's a tool that causes the most injuries. Oh yeah, man. Chainsaws are fun as hell. You're not lying, B&A. That B&A's dropping truth bombs there. Oh, and my favorite one is it's the Steel 0200. That is my all-time favorite chainsaw, the Steel 0200. Good luck finding one. They kind of like changed it and ruined it and stuff like that. But the Steel 0200, man, that is the best. Like it's a climbing saw straight up, and that's what makes it more fun. Is this chainsaw is designed to be carried around while you're swinging by ropes and trees, doing arborist stuff, man. And good times are had by all. I loved cutting on my own wood. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, cutting on wood is a primal experience, and you have to experience it at all levels. You need a good little pocket knife you can sit and whittle with, and then you need like a turbocharged chainsaw with a 48-inch bar that just annihilates stuff and everything in the middle. And then yeah, you gotta enjoy a silky saw. If you've never enjoyed a silky saw, well, first buy some crappy saws and beat the crap out of them, and then use a silky saw, and that'll be one of those things like you realize the quality through the use of the tool, and especially over time. Like silky saws will maintain, they'll stay sharp for an extremely long time. Like yeah, like man, like one silky saw will outlast like four Bacos. Ah, nice. Zoe the cat, channel member, welcome to the chat. How you doing this fine morning? It is good to see you. I see Zoe every once in a while here and there and everywhere. I always like seeing other people or people in other lives and stuff. I like going to other people's lives as well, and seeing the other people, the same people in the lives. I enjoy that. I really do. There's that whole camaraderie, esprit de corps going on. LC Buell, what's happening? How you doing, my man? So yeah, hey, if you're just joining the chat, we've plus 10 tech points for us. We've acquired the technology of the DJI Mic Mini and the complete kit. Mrs. B hooked us up again. This is one of those things we needed for getting out and doing the outdoor stuff and having the audio that doesn't suck, which is important because if you can't hear the video, then you're not going to be on top of what's going on. So yeah, we scored this. It's what all the cool kids are using. So yeah, that this should be worth about like 10 or 15,000 subscribers. Everybody should get one. Um, yeah, we are, man. It's like, oh, it's a slow journey. Sometimes I feel like I'm dragging ass, but Man, and yeah, we've had that one step forward, two steps back every time we think like, we'll reallocate some money in the budget and be like, yeah, we're doing awesome. Then we get the lease renewal for $165 more. Or, the electric goes up, the grocery goes up, everything goes up, nothing ever goes down. The cost of gas. You guys, we're all playing the same game. We're all getting bent over by the same peoples. So oh, B&A sent a gift membership. Thank you, B&A. Awesome, awesome. And yeah, LC Buell, that's awesome, man. LC Buell got it. I know, man, a couple times it went to like somebody completely random. Like none of us, nobody in the live chat, nobody ever heard of the person. But some random person got the gifted membership. But yeah, thanks again, B&A. We definitely appreciate you, brother. And I think, yeah, we keep hovering around that. Like, yeah, we end up like 8 or 9 active channel members. So I have to unlock channel member features. That's something else I still have to learn how to do. Like, does anybody know how to make the channel member emojis? We should probably make like, we should have it fun. It should be like a little digital ass hat or something. Um, or I don't know. Been playing the financial up and down game since the 70s. It has, man. Ever since, if you look at a lot of the like the financial history for the United States and where like all the economy and everything is gone, it really like Reagan was definitely a turning point with that, like no trickle down stuff. I know we're not trying to get into politics. We're just, it's not about politics. It's trying to like answer the question, why the hell is everybody so broke? Why has it become so hard to make a buck nowadays? Um, oh, and B&A is back as a channel supporter. We definitely appreciate you, B&A. He's got the gold star of bling. I guess we can name those. They're generic, but we can give them original names. It's the gold star of bling. That's for the longtime channel members. Um, oh, hello, Lost and Happy. Oh, you were saying hello to Zoe the cat. Oh, Newhouse Lock and Key knows how to do that. He has those technologies. Man, this is not one of the smartest things I've ever done in my life. It's definitely an adventure. It's definitely a challenge. But being an absolute, like fully certified, verified tech tard, and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this mass technology involved interweb stuff. Man, I guess, yeah, you live and you learn, right? But hey, I've learned a lot about the technology since I started doing this. So, hey, I get to learn something new. Suppose it's time to put some pants on. Yeah, B&A, mate. I don't know, man. It's Sunday. Man, I don't know, man. On the blue collar schedule, I'd give you to noon. Yeah, man, you work too hard for a living. It's Sunday, man. If you haven't got to go to church or something, then yeah, man, wait till noon or something. Um, yeah, does the government and the Democrats delivery dollar you make? Yeah, I've noticed that for the price of rent these days, you could buy a house back in the night. Oh yeah, yeah. It's worse than that, LC. Yeah, since like what is it? Since like 1913 or something like that. The U.S. dollar's lost like 97% of its value. But yeah, yeah, literally. In fact, yeah, we were looking into buying a house a few years ago, and I'd been out of New Hampshire for like over 20 years. I hadn't been around, and I used to know a lot about like what was going on with New Hampshire real estate and everything. So we were talking about a house, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, 120, 130 grand, that'll buy you a nice ranch home, 2 bedroom, 2.5 baths, whatever, that kind of thing, like a nice comfy home. It doesn't have to be a McMansion, but yeah, 120, 130 grand used to buy you something like pretty decent in New Hampshire. And yeah, next thing you know, we're like looking at, I'm like 350, $400,000. I'm like, what? No way. There's in some of these houses we looked at, I'm like, I wouldn't pay 100 grand for that. But I was totally detached from it. Desert Driven, welcome to the chat, my man. Dude, I'm doing awesome, man. We're doing great. I don't dude, it's just another day living in paradise, another day on this side of the dirt. Um so yeah, so we got the technologies, man. We got the DJI Mic Mini. This thing's the bomb diggity. Well, Mrs. Bushcraft totally hooked me up. She's awesome. Um yeah, it's got blinking lights and everything in here. Lots of buttons. We'll figure it out. Um we'll make it work somehow. And if it doesn't, who yeah, we'll get something from Hardcore Hammers and we'll fix it. I just finished off paying my mortgage. Now I have some pocket change. Yeah, yeah. We went from fighting a 3% tax on the T. Now we're paying 37% taxes, and sometimes more depending on what you make and how things go. Yeah, the taxes are just and everything is taxed. Like you want to go fishing, there's a tax for that. Now in New Hampshire, if you want to park at one of those scenic spots off the side of the road, you need to pay a tax. I mean, have a pass for that. Like everything is just yeah, like and everything's becoming a subscription too. Like a lot of software you used to buy. Like I've been looking into some of that stuff. Um, yeah, you can't. It doesn't come on your laptop or something anymore. You don't have to buy it, but you can rent it for like what $10 a month, $20 a month for this. Yeah, everything needs a subscription. Yeah, the blinking light means you gotta charge it. Right on, LC. Of Oh man, yeah, I had a tablet years ago. I thought was it kept blinking a red battery. I thought it was defective because remember Samsung was like having batteries like go off in people's pockets and all kinds of defective batteries. And so I had this brand new. It was like a 10-inch tablet from Samsung for like my buddy downloaded a bunch of movies onto it for me to watch. And it started doing a red blinking battery light at me. I thought it was broken, so I'm like, oh, what a piece of shit. Like I've had this thing for like 2 3 months. It's already broken. I had planned on using it over the winter. It was when I was letting my rotator cuff recover. I tore my rotator cuff. Um, so I was so irritated with but it had the keyboard that like folded out and then turned into a kickstand. So I was like, oh, this will make a perfect doorstop. So like at the time it was like an $800-900 tablet. I just used it as a doorstop. And then and yeah, come the following spring, my buddy he went and picked it up for me because he had that Best Buy VIP card or whatever it was. Like it's like gold card stuff for like tech geeks and everything. He was into everything, and so he bought it on his thing and got a better deal and got some technologies with it and stuff. So I was like, hey man, I don't know what kind of like warranty or guarantee they give you with that. I know like it sat around all winter. Um, so Oh, Lost and Happy, thanks for gifting a membership. And Don Ray got it. It's Don Ray's lucky day. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Lost and Happy. Congratulations, Don Ray. Enjoy. We definitely appreciate it. So the ending of that story is yeah, come to find out I just had to plug the damn thing in. Like my buddy took a look at it and he's like, "Well, did you plug it in?" I'm like, "No, man, it was showing a defective battery." And he's like, "That's not a defective battery. That means you got to charge the battery, dumbass." So we charged the battery and the tablet lived happily ever after. It regained its position, its status as a tablet instead of a doorstop. And yeah, I just not one of my shinier moments. Um, Desert Driven ain't being a hope all is well. Oh, Josh, welcome to the chat. I almost missed you up there. I'm just taking a little break trying to get the yard done early. Oh yeah, it's thunderstorm season for a lot of those places right on. But yeah, Desert Driven, how you doing, man? You been out getting the pew pews out lately, having some fun? Yeah, see, this has got a one blinking light. This thing's got almost as many lights as a UFO. When you first open it, it does like oh man. I wonder if I can yeah, it's kind of like It's got plenty of lights, that's for sure. One kid still asleep. Hey, everyone coming in. I was outside taking a photo of my magic tree stump. Actually staying proficient at a minimum at 500 yards. Right on, Matt. Yeah, that's some good shooting. 500 yards is solid. I know some people are like, "Oh, it's got to be 1,000 yards, or you can't." It's like, what? How many times in life do you get 1,000 yard shot? Not too frequently. Not in most common worlds. Oh yeah, the only way you're making 500 yard shots in New Hampshire is yeah, like if you're shooting from like one mountaintop to the other. Oh, your life goal is a mile. That's awesome though, man. Do you get in like like a good shooting jacket, man? That'll put some range on you right up. Like yeah, get yourself a good like a competitive shooting jacket, man, and like crank it down so it's annoying to breathe. Um, yeah, I used to use one back way back in the day. But yeah, a good competitive shooting jacket, that'll make a big difference. Yeah, me and my nieces started a little garden, then we got a pool in the garden went to the back of their minds. Yeah, that's prioritizing, man. That's kid prioritizing. Yeah, we can work on a garden or we can go play in the pool. That's a no-brainer. Crispy Critter, good morning, my man. It's been a minute. Hopefully all is well in your world, brother. Awesome to see you, my man. Still rocking that shaman. And yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye out too, Crispy. If if you've got the smokehouse up and going. My favorite hillbilly, man. Crispy Critter. He's definitely one of those unique dudes, man. Yeah, army lifer, so you got to respect that. Man, if you can put up with that for 20 plus years, like much respect. I'm maintaining, and yes, Shaman and Harsey. My health isn't ready yet. Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, hey, you got to take care of your health first, by all means. Yeah, hopefully that definitely improves. But yeah, but hey, yeah, man, just yeah, I've definitely thought about it more than a few times and gone over and checked it out, checked to see if you posted anything. But I have my breathing pretty much under control. It's funny you say that because it really is a big component with long range. People don't think about the breathing part. Yeah, yeah, desert driven. I learned that in like freshman year in high school. Yeah, I had some world class shooting instruction back in the day, and yeah, just absolutely awesome. But yeah, man, a shooting jacket's a game changer. And then like get yourself a competition sling with it and stuff. And yeah, tighten up at 500, then start working your way out. Like yeah, what do you plan to make? I don't think I've never made a mile out shot, not even close. I'm like a 500 600 yard shooter. Um, I think that's about. Yeah, I don't know. I've always said that that's plenty, and a lot of people say that's plenty. But yeah, the whole long range thing is definitely or like even short range, like high precision, like yeah, drop 10 rounds through the same hole or something. Yeah, I need more range time. I always pull up and right a bit. Well, yeah, I guess Don Ray, if you're shooting that consistently, like if you're always shooting to the top left or something, if you're shooting high left, then go based off of your shot groupings. Like put it dead center, and then if like do like a group of three, Do that a couple times, and if every time you're shooting high left, then like adjust your sights. But yeah, common for righties, Don Ray. Yeah, I can keep a 3 MOA group at 500 with my 308. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's consistently inconsistent. Um, how many lights does a USO have? Oh, I miss. How many lights does a UFO have? I miss that. Is there a standard for that? Um, yeah, I miss something. But yeah, Yowzer, see, that's why women with guns is scary. I know, right? We thought the danger was going to end with the automobile, but then they started doing the firearms too. I actually my I brought Mrs. B out bushcrafting. I'm not bushcraft. That didn't go well either. I brought her out paintballing, and yeah, she ended up shooting me in the back a few times. I was like, "Come on, really? Like, this? Are you even trying?" Um, yeah, she literally lit me up like a Christmas tree. I was actually out of the game walking down the side of the field, and then she popped out from a bunker just doing a spray and pray thing. Like I laughed at it then. I still laugh at it now. Like she is no paintballer by any standards. She probably she played maybe a dozen or so games over like 2 seasons. And well, I was busy working a lot too. But yeah, man, she lit me up good. It was hysterical. I'm like, what do you do? A, I'm already out, and B, I'm like, I'm on your team like 3 times over, you know. Um, but yeah, she just popped around the corner and just right up, like just shot me in the back. I'm like, really? Turned around, it's like it was her. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was mad. I was like walking down the sideline with my marker. You know, we'll be politically correct for the YouTube thing, but with my marker up, I was clearly out, and yeah, she popped out from the bunker with a spray and pray and lit me up, and I was like, who the? And then I was like, oh, it's her. All right, well, I guess I still love you, but why? Why? She had no clue what she was doing. Um, but the joke is that if I aim for the left eye, dude won't be able to chase me. Um, yeah, I will put nothing past Lena McCulloch. There's a reason she has many world champion shooting titles. Yeah, man, I've been out of that scene for so long. Like, oh, I don't even know. The last time I was involved in any pew pew activities, it's what we called it the shoot and shoot, and it was mostly veterans and stuff. All like people that were into skydiving and firearms, but a lot of veterans. And so you would do a sky jump for accuracy, and then once you landed, you would do like some shooting for accuracy. And it was it was kind of like nobody ever really won anything. It was kind of informal, more fun than it was anything else. It definitely wasn't sanctioned or regulated, other than people being safe, you know. But I mean, how safe can you really be if you're jumping out airplanes and shooting firearms? Um, I miss chatting with y'all. Well, Don Ray, we missed you too. Yeah, like everybody's always welcome here. We're trying to conduct ourselves a little better with the trolls and stuff. I think that's one thing is yeah, when I'm in YouTube jail or if I'm being shadow banned for a while, I kind of enjoy it because they don't put the channel out to a lot of people, and so it's all just regulars and people having good conversation without the degenerate underachievers coming in interrupting it. Um, my mother never let me have guns. I've Awesome. All starts with a BB gun and progress from there. Yeah, before I even touch any rimfire cartridge, I got a really accurate with a pellet gun taught me breathing and tree. Yeah, I think the vast majority of people start off with pellets or BBs, man. I don't know anybody that really didn't. I know that's what I started with, I, and that's why a Christmas story is always like so popular. I think that's like, at least I can vouch for Gen X. Yeah, we all needed a BB gun for Christmas at some point, and I think that it's something like probably 90% of people that have ever pulled a trigger started with a BB gun or a pellet gun for Christmas. Cannon, what's happening, brother? How you doing? Good morning, Raw. Always a pleasure, man. How's tactical Mojo doing? Mojo, the tactical corgi. That's yeah, it's like a tactical corgi is much like a Colt Python. You know, you can keep it in the glove box if you need to. Yeah, I lost my mom. Moved here from Nazi Germany when she was 20. She was 4 when the war was going on. They messed up about guns and yeah. Plus, the movie was and still is freaking hilarious. Oh, that movie, yeah, that movie is priceless. Yeah, Christmas Story. There's a sequel to it too. I gotta watch that. I found out about it recently. And the really cool part is I didn't. It's not like I ran across a trailer or anything like that. Man, I found it for like bootleg download, so even better. Like, yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Yeah, hey, Cannon, it's late for you, man. What are you sleeping in? It's almost 9 o'clock, man. What you're just it's Sunday. Cannon's getting his civilian on. I'm a sleep in all day. Still up at 9. Yeah, that's okay. Just keeping track here. Yeah, my dad started me with a BB gun. I was about 4 years old. He chopped. That's what we were saying. Yeah, desert. Like yeah, most of us started young, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old or something. BBs, pellets, and then yeah, you get eventually you got a 22 and then a 410, and yeah. Oh, I still have it. I have it out. I haven't put it out. Like I don't know why. I do. Man, I have it out to put out. We would just have to do some stuff and make some. Yeah, we'll have to do, or we could do like play a song or something. I don't want to get a copyright. Do. Yeah, we'll get. I have it out to put back. I had it all boxed up and like put away for the season, thinking I'll take it out next year for Christmas, like the rest of the Christmas decorations. And a lot of people are like, "Dude, when you bringing that back?" So I busted it out of the box, and yeah, and so we're getting there, man. Yeah, we got a mouse in the house. He's going absolutely crazy trying to get to the damn thing. Oh, that's what you need a ferret for. Well, you got ferrets, Cannon. Why don't you let them out? Like ferrets or Mausers, man. I think they're better equipped than. I bet you that one of your ferrets is probably more vicious than the corgi. Let the lamp take its. Yeah, ditch the jet boil. The jet boil's dead weight, man. We need the prestigious award. Bring Fragile back out. Yeah, I wonder how that would work out. Yeah, screw Jetboil, man. They're never gonna sponsor me. Well, all right. Let's see if See, the thing is the lampshade. We had it on the other side last. How's that? I think we had to change the angle and stuff too. There's a special way to do this, and I'm not sure. All right, I think that's a winner. How's that? That's our special effects. It is. Oh yeah, no, it must be Italian. Fragile. That, that's one of the best parts. And the wife wasn't happy at all. But I converted a libtard, took them to the gun range. They were addicted. Changed their mind fast. Oh, possum eats ticks. They do. Man, what else eats ticks? We need more stuff that eats ticks. But then, yeah, you import that stuff, and then that becomes a problem. Like all the plecos, the plecostomus fish that are like running rampant in Florida and stuff. Oh yeah, there's so much invasive species. Do you know what else is an invasive species? Cats. Cats are an invasive species. They're not from this continent at all. I think they've done enough damage, and I think we should deport all of the cats. 100% of the cats, deport them back to wherever it is they came from. That's what I. um, oh, what's that? Okay, yeah, desert driven. What's the question? Um, yeah, that it's such a class. I gotta, man, I gotta learn more technologies. We're gonna expand this. We'll have a whole bunch of super bling. Um, or did he already ask it? Let the lamp take. I've been thinking of getting a jet boil, but they're expensive. Are they really worth the money? I think that the jet boil flash is not worth the one that, like, they've got one version. It's like either off or it's on, and if all you want to do is boil water expeditiously because you're going to make like coffee or rehydrate some freeze dried or dehydrated food, it's fast, it's quick, it's light, it's kind of like self containing. It's okay, but the better versions are the ones that have the adjustable regulator, so you can actually set it at a simmer. Like if you're just gonna like fix some soup or something, like try to do any type of cooking other than boil water. Um, yeah, I mean, I think they're worth it quite a bit. Not as much as I would have liked to have used it, but I've used it a fair amount. Um, I think they're pretty good. Bushcraft, pick up a Saratoga Arms side by side shotgun with twist barrels from 1886 to. Yeah, oh, that's some classic stuff there, Cannon. Yeah, the Scamazon version of the Jet Boil I feel is better than the Jet Boil, and it's only a quarter of the price. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do that stuff because I think it's a despicable practice. Oh man, I loathe clones, knockoffs, and things like I stole somebody else's design and sold it as my own. And we did it for cheaper parts. Like one of the things that companies incur, and this is what a lot of people don't think of, is a lot of things take years of like R&D and prototyping and testing and like it's an ongoing investment of like building a prototype is not cheap money. So the companies that do it, like Jetboil, and we're since we're using this as an example, Jetboil put tons of money into designing their product, of building prototypes, of developing the company, so that Dragon Country can steal it, and they didn't make the same investment, and that's one of the reasons why they can sell it so much cheaper. So it's one thing you got to take into consideration. That's why I'm not a fan of One Tigress. Everything about One Tigress is knocked off from somebody else. Like Helionox is the original maker. They're out of South Korea. Helionox is the original, the Chair One and stuff like that. They kind of like they pioneered that design, and they put a lot of money into prototypes and R&D and testing. And I almost said test jumping, because that's usually like a part of my equation. But yeah, and then just so that a company like One Tigers can steal Helionox's designs. So I never, I don't, man, I think thieves are some of the most despicable people on the planet. And when a company steals another company's design, they're not only stealing the design, but they're bypassing all of the expense in getting to that final product. And that's why I'll never, I don't care. Like, it can be half the price. It can be quarter of the price. They're not going to come out with anything new. They're just going to rob the next person. So yeah, I don't support clones or knockoffs or any of that stuff. I know it's probably a character flaw. Like, oh no, you can't have morals and ethics. Um, Mark Carter up north, what's happening, brother? How you doing, man? It has been a minute. Brothers and sisters, hope your weekend is, yeah, we're having an awesome weekend. We moved up in the technology world. We have mics. But just because we have them doesn't mean we know how to use them. So we're gonna have to take out the training manual and watch a couple of YouTube videos and yeah, we're moving on up in this world, man. um Ken, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Yeah. But was Jetboil the first, and the one I get is USA made? For that particular design with the whole bottom thing and everything, yeah, Jetboil. To the best of my knowledge, for as long as I've been around, yeah, Jetboil was the first one that came out with that. Yeah, MSR didn't. Yeah, no, yeah, and in fact, I even to some degree like MSR kind of knocked off Jetboil too. Like their little, they've got their own Jetboil version that came out afterwards. I remember that specifically because yeah, when Jetboil first came out, there was no competition for Jetboil. But that's the whole thing. Jetboil, its name kind of covered it. Like it very quickly boils water, and that's the job of the Jetboil. But then MSR came out with one. I forget what theirs was called. So yeah, MSR even kind of like yeah, they changed it. I mean, like to avoid a patent, all you got to do is change something by like 5 or 10%, and then it's a new product. Um, that's kind of what MSR did, I think. And that's actually like I'm a huge fan of MSR, but I bought a Jetboil because yeah, that was kind of Jetboil's plan. Sorry if I geeked out on but the ticks have been bad down here. Yeah, thanks, kid and my brother were both Marsoc made love and respect. Desert, I need to find a gunsmith um, to line it so I could shoot modern cartridges out of it. Yeah, I'm kind of like I like older firearms. Not a huge fan. Is like I don't know. Um, I kind of like man. I would own some, but geez, I'd kind of rather save it for the collectors. Like there's a lot of people that oh they love that stuff. Like I appreciate it. I like the designs and everything. Oh, there's definitely some good looking stuff out there. But yeah, yeah, Hunter Arms were made in the town I grew up in. Yeah, I also use a little backpack with a solo stove. Yeah, I mean, I like yeah, Jetboil's okay. I mean, it's definitely it doesn't solve all the problems. It solves some problems, and the problems that it does solve, it does an excellent job at it, in my opinion. Like yeah, if you're just gonna crank out some coffee or tea boil some water for something. If you get the one with the adjustable regulator, yeah, it's good for like pasta and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, like I like doing rice too, but it does rice uses a lot of fuel. So yeah, Queen of England has a Hunter Arms coach gun. Happy I was with Marsoc when I was with the fourth MAB in '03. I'm familiar, but not the biggest when it comes to old shotguns. Yeah, yeah, I'm more like a current person as well when it comes to the pew pews. Like, yeah, I'd rather buy something newer. I don't know why. I just like I do like the old stuff, man. I like really old stuff. I'll go to a museum to see like medieval armor. Man, and I've been to the infantry museum at Fort Benning. I've been to the field artillery museum at Fort Sill. Yeah, I like, but I don't know. I like looking at knives too. So I don't know. Maybe I got something weird going on. Um, yeah, desert. You're in Texas, right? Right on. Oh yeah, Cannon. We still got to get together on the phone pretty soon before I forget. Yeah, I almost forgot that last time. Yeah. So what else is going on? Yeah, so that's what's going on. Is yeah, we're upgrading our technologies. We are changing the channel up a little bit, but in a forward movement, not in a weird way. Like I'm not gonna come on there talking about like sneaker inserts or something. Although maybe some good ones hiking. But anyhow, yeah, it's not going like some freaky direction. We're just trying to figure out how to increase the quality of the content as well as some content along the way. And keeping it manageable, so it doesn't become like grossly overwhelming. I asked them both if they were marauders. They told me they couldn't tell me if they were or were not. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's up. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with that. I don't know what it is, but there's a large group of people. Like, oh, I was in boot camp for a week and a half, and yeah, no, that doesn't qualify you or something. Um, I had dinner with one of the test pilots for the F-14. Does not make me an F-14 pilot. Like I think the participation trophy's kind of gone to the next level. I love the old and new MMA ammo and March Pixels armored knights with swords or battle axes. Yeah, I've seen some of that. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, the it's like medieval MMA and full armor and stuff. Some of that's wild, and how intricate some of that armor was. And you think, well, they could just put a sword here or put a sword there, and it just doesn't work out that way. I have a friend down in Massachusetts. He's a old skydiving buddy of mine, and he did like modern recreations, like trying to use old techniques. And the guy is like this master blacksmith. He was making like helmets and chainmail, like full cross. Wow, how do you pronounce that one? Let's say Karas, because it sounds like more fun. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like he made gauntlets and everything. It was like a full time hobby of his, and he went to the Renaissance fairs, and which was nice. He's kind of a geek. So sometimes he would just geek out on stuff, and we're like, "What the hell are you talking about, dude?" So yeah, when he went to a Renaissance fair, we got the weekend off from him. He was a good guy. But yeah, he showed me how he does some of it, like awesome stuff. I was totally like, the amount of time it would take to make like a real legit chainmail, shirt is like, oh wow. Like, yeah, man, people are dedicated back then. Like they put time and effort into their craft, like highly respectable. That stuff is hard on the hands, yeah. Right, but and then just yeah, imagine that's your job. Like Like that's probably like one of those shit jobs you give to an apprentice. Like if you're going to become a blacksmith, you're going to spend the next 2 years making chainmail, like 12 hours a day. Like that's insane. I saw one dude on YouTube, like he figured out how to 3D print it, and he like cracks these pieces off, and he has this big sheet of chainmail. I mean, it's kind of like it's not real chainmail. It would be like for like Renaissance fairs or cosplay or the fantasy chainmail stuff, but still cool stuff. Yeah, Moody Desert, grab a pen. Yeah, it was some pretty neat stuff, and it had like some insane like 10 or 15, 20 million views or something, which is cool that many people are interested in that appreciate that kind of work. Um, oh, look at that, Cannon and Desert Driven gonna get together for a little range time. Is that the plan, guys? That's all. But I'll tell you, Cannon, I'm gonna be upset if Desert gets to meet Mojo before I do. So, yeah, Cannon knows how to. He's got some trigger time, but no more friendly fire, right? Just that one time. We can't have that again, buddy. It was not on the range. It was in the live chat. If you weren't here for it, no, Cannon did not friendly fire anybody in the real world. Just here on YouTube, where it really doesn't matter. But man, I've still laughed about that one. Up North Bush has been trying to get me to post videos of me making. Yeah, you should, man. It is. It's cool stuff, man. I would watch it. Even if I never make, like, I'm probably never gonna operate like a wood lathe, but I've watched a few of those videos. Like that's some ASMR stuff. Yeah, I know how to sharpen a knife, but I've watched like some ASMR like knife sharpening, and been like, wow, my videos suck. But you know what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I'm down with that stuff. Oh, it's Troy. I bet you wish I were. Why are you always coming in here doing that stuff? You're it's Troy again. Troy, I wonder what your real channel is. I wonder what kind of real life loser you are. Yeah, it's that Troy again. Wow. Yeah, laid the girly man. You're the girly man. I'm here to pump you up. Kick trolling the other day. Yeah, we haven't gotten trolled that much lately. Sorry, I apologize to all the moderators. Like they're all like they're probably getting a little bored. I was going to ask Troy, what's wrong with your woman life? I know they had one dude that came in here. It might have been Troy too, because he's that kind of a butt plug. Um, but the dude's like, "You sound like my grandmother," and I'm like, "Really? That's odd." Like, is your grandmother by chance a transformer? Um, Gonzo's back. Gonzo, welcome back. How you doing? Um, fuck, it's the best day. Um, yeah. So what else? Excusez-moi. Touche, monsieur pussycat. Um, well, isn't it? It's kind of convenient. You mentioned the troll. The trolls show up, but always with the same stuff. They're so boring. They're just like they lack creativity, which makes sense. It's probably why they're trolling. They're not going to do anything constructive with their lives. Yeah, can I'm sure. I had to eat breakfast. Yeah, man, breakfast. I'm thinking breakfast too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to. Yeah, Mrs. B's birthday is coming up pretty soon, like in like a week next week, I think. Um, so I gotta like I'm thinking of breakfast. I gotta think of what I'm gonna do for her. I'll sort it out. Oh, Don Ray's taking off. All right, hey Don Ray, thanks for hanging out. We definitely appreciate you being here, and enjoy the channel membership. Yeah, ooh, yeah, BNA gifted that one, right? Yeah. Um, but yeah, thanks again, BNA. Don Ray, have an awesome week. If we don't talk to you sooner than later. Kids are eating breakfast. Might actually get out of here by noon. Yeah, BNA, just in time to put your pants on, right? Um, yeah, you know the trolls that trolls your channel and other channels have no life and live in their mama's basement. Well, no, but LC, the crazy part is some of them aren't that. Some of them are like grown ass men, like in their 40s and above, that just are completely insecure in life. They've never achieved anything, and anytime they see anybody trying to do anything, then it's doing a little bit better than them. They got to try to bring them down to their level. That's the sad reality. Like you can tell the average nitzel nut teeny bopper that's just in here like trolling because of that scenario. But sadly, some of them are actually grown up. Well, they're not grown up men; they're just men by age. But as far as giving them the title of man, that in no way, shape, or form exists. It's kind of like they're like the kind of people, you know, like the auditors, the police auditors, the constitutional auditors. Like there's like legit videos out there where like we caught a cop doing something bad, they pulled the body cam, and that's it. I'm talking about the kind that they go walking around the police department in circles with the camera, acting all weird and shit, and kind of like more like harassing law enforcement, not really auditing them. And then they'll be like, "But I can film anywhere I want to. You can't tell me what to do, Mister Piggy." And they're like belligerent, ignorant, like just stupid people. That's the kind of people some of these trolls are. Just that level of ignorance, like okay, so there was no problem here, so you had to create a problem just so you can kind of look like a tough guy, and yeah, you have your rights, but there's no need to abuse them. Um, I only started a channel so I could. Yeah, Gonzo, me too, man. I only started a channel so I can be loved. I'm just I'm pulling together everybody's emotional support or something. Damn. Keep talking like that, somebody's gonna be like, "Dude really does have feelings." So I don't want to give off that kind of misinformation or disinformation. So I started a channel so that I could build and eventually I'm going to conquer the world. I'm going to take over the universe. I'm going to be the alpha and the omega and some other shit on top of that. I don't know, but it sounds like a good time. That's what I'm going to do. It's like my channel is all about world conquest. And we're gonna do it through peace. Like we're gonna give people candy, Twizzlers and Skittles and M&Ms and things like that. We're gonna buy their votes, and eventually, yeah, world domination. We'll put a base on the moon. We'll put one on Mars, and people that disagree with us will send them to Uranus. But Pinky in the brain type shit. Yeah, yeah. I always do it. Pinky. Yeah. That's yeah, there's some extra special people out there. We love them. We really do. Like I don't know. Um I don't go play with officials. I just lock sport and make escapes. Shackle man so I can do huge morals. Yeah, I don't I can honestly say I've never felt the need to harass law enforcement. I've got some friends that are law enforcement, and yeah, we just, it is what it is, but I don't understand a lot of things that go on in this world. I've realized there's no point in trying anymore. Like if you think you got to figure it out, it's just not. Or it is. You're spot on. You just got to wait for the truth to be revealed. Um, yeah, the trolls that do what they do to other people's channels, I'm convinced have the same color hair as the muse. Can't just send you an email, buddy. Muse an ex booger. That's awful. It's a special kind of booger there. Uh, I haven't heard that one in a while. Oh, Cannon, I love you too, man. Cause absolutely 110%. Yeah, dude, you're always oh man, such a positive dude. You always get me laughing. The tactical corgi is next level. Like that's got to be the most Marine Corps thing I've ever heard. Um, but yeah, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, we're definitely over the 2 hours, coming up on 2.5 hours. And I'm gonna wrap this up and yeah, probably grab a little something to eat. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but something. But yeah, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hey, Lost and Happy and B&A, thanks for gifting those channel memberships. We definitely appreciate it, as well as you guys being channel members. All of our moderators, thanks for hanging out and keeping the place clean, kicking the trash out, and not reporting me. We appreciate you guys as well. Yeah, I hope that. Yeah, I'll be back on sooner than later. I got to get with Ms. Bushcraft and find out what her schedule's looking like, and I'm gonna try to shuffle it around her until I get something a little more final going. But yeah, we'll be posting something a lot sooner than later for sure. Um, but yeah, guys, hey man, yeah, hey, shoot, move, communicate, right? Hey, just keep everything social, keep it on the down low if you can. Be careful out there, maintain your situational awareness. Keep your head on a swivel. Like, situational awareness is everything. Yeah, be careful out there. There's a whole bunch of crazy people. And but above all, guys, hey, stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day.